Hey folks, welcome to the Suburban Yeti Family channel. We'll think of a good tagline. If I can get the family in on it, we'll figure something out. But just wanted to say welcome and hope you are enjoying a couple of the things that we posted so far. Like I said, we are newbies, so the ones that we posted aren't that great, but it's going to get better. Trust me. Found some old equipment today in the basement, so we should have some different abilities to make some things more so we can edit a little better. So today I am going to talk about and show you what we do, especially with everything going on in our communities, grocery shopping. I'm only going once every week and a half, stocking up enough for a couple of weeks. The majority of the things that I am getting now are the fresh items because those don't last as long. So what I am doing, what I did the last trip was buy a large bag from Sam's Club. I did the online order, went in, of course, with my gloves on before it got really bad, and got the bell peppers. I got a mixture of red, orange, and yellow. There were 3 of each, so that's 6 peppers in a bag. And of course, if you're not cooking with that every day, which we don't, then you've got to figure out a way to store that. So we have 4 left, and they're starting to get to that point where you either need to use them, they may last a few more days, but then they're not going to be good anymore. So I'm going to show you how I chop those up, and we're going to put them in freezer bags, and also what you can use if you have them or they're easily found, some green containers. So let's get started. All right, folks, so one thing I want to say before we get started, as you know, this is a new channel and there are others like us, well, not like us, but there are other channels out there that they haven't been out there very long, or they've reached huge milestones. And one of those milestones was by Bumblebee Junction, which is a channel that we've stumbled upon through another channel, Dutch, Keeping It Dutch. He kind of gave them a shout out, so we went and checked them out, and they reached 25,000 subscribers. So they are hosting a giveaway for a hydroponic set. For those that you may not know what that is, I urge you to go to his YouTube channel, Bumblebee Junction, and check it out. But it is a way to get plants started in your home. Also, you can even grow things within your home, smaller things. So we are getting started and looking into possibly starting some herb gardens and also some raised beds out in our backyard. Either we have a larger deck, so we may use our deck this year, not sure yet. But I wanted to shout that out and go over and listen or look what he's got on his channel. There's a lot of good stuff on there, and also about that giveaway for hitting the 25,000 subscribers. Make sure you follow the instructions too. We've entered. We would love to have that, but want to make sure that we give a shout out and give everybody else a chance as well. So go over and check out his channel. All right, so I'm going to kind of focus on the task that I'm going to show you. You definitely need a cutting board. If you have one of those counters you can cut on, great. We do not. You need a good knife, and I'm going to kind of show you, I'm going to use a glass bowl so you can kind of see how I'm going to put all of the peppers in here, and then I'm going to section them out. The containers I was talking about are these green containers. You can buy them at a variety of sizes. These are really small sizes. It does say that it's microwave safe. However, I don't recommend microwaving any plastic as it can still give off chemicals in the microwave. They are dishwasher safe, so you can put them in the dishwasher, but your peppers can stay, or any types of fruits or veggies can stay in these containers and stay fresh for a little bit longer. Also, for the other part, we are going to use freezer bags, and I'm going to use quart size so that it's a smaller bag and a smaller batch that I can thaw out and use at one time. So that's how we're going to store it. But let's get started on the cutting. So the cutting technique, I see some chefs of the shows that we watch. I see all kinds of different cutting techniques. Some cut off the front, some turn it over and cut off the sides. I know the Yeti, my Yeti husband, cuts off the sides like that and leaves the middle in. So the way I like to do it is I go back and forth. Sometimes I like to cut down the middle, and that leaves the inside. I have a little nifty tool that you can find. I'm sure they sell it elsewhere, but we used to be Pampered Chef consultants, so you can. This is a Pampered Chef tool, but you can go in here and kind of scoop out the guts of the pepper, and just like that. So then as we cut it, we'll cut out the membrane a little more with the smaller piece and shave that out. So in this, you would just do your I'm doing small pieces. These would be good for stir fries, and I would store them like that for the majority of this that I'm going to cut up. That's how I'm going to store it. When it thaws out, if I want to cut it into chunks, then I'm going to do that whenever it thaws out. Those would be used for omelets. You could use those for omelets, soups. Cut those in pieces. You know, as a matter of fact, I probably will cut up some chunks. That'll be what I freeze, I think, in addition to these slices. So I'm going to do this red pepper like this, and I'm just going to throw it all in my clear bowl, and then that way I can put a variety of the different colors in the freezer bag or the green containers. You'll notice there are no green bell peppers. There's a reason for that. Green bell peppers, they are a gassier pepper. The red is more mild and does not cause as much gas discomfort if you have an issue with that. If you don't, then that's awesome. But some of the Yeti household here does have an issue with that. It's not, we didn't always have an issue with that. It's just times change, or the body changes, and you can't have certain foods anymore. Kind of like how in my post about the spaghetti sauce, I can't really eat regular onions, so we're actually using shallots now. So another way to cut pepper that I've seen is cut off the top. Now, that's a lot of wasted pepper. Of course, I wouldn't keep that part. So I'm going to actually cut off a lot of that as well and keep that, not that piece. But I'm going to cut all of this off and keep that. So that way it's only this little piece that you're wasting. And this will be my chunks because I have another yellow and I have an orange. So I'll do a little bit of that. And I will put this in here for now because we're going to do half in pieces and half not. So we need to get out the middle. This tool is also good for that. If you want to use something like that, of course, you don't have to use a tool. I mean, it got it all out in one swoop. Look at that. So now I'm going to use another product. Like again, when I Pampered Chef, you get lots of tools. So here's a nice little cutting tool. It cuts it in larger wedges. This would only save time. If you're going to do larger wedges, that's fine. But for me, we're going to do another wedge in addition to that. So you see it cut in these larger pieces. So if you need larger pieces, if you're doing something else for dinner, the dish, then that'd be a good tool to use. You can also use that tool for some other vegetables to make it easier to cut. So we're going to chop these into slices. Again, I'm going to do these to get that white membrane out. So as the Yeti chef says, he doesn't like that white membrane in there. So I'm going to get that out. But we are going to do probably a stir fry on Friday or Saturday. So these won't stay frozen very long for us. I kind of am at the point where I just want to go ahead and freeze these, and I want to preserve as much as I can with their freshness. So. And as you know, I'm doing this, of course this is not exciting to you, but also wanted to kind of ask for some comments on what you do to help preserve your vegetables and your fruits to have them last longer in the freezer. Like I said, in the times that we're in right now, it's kind of uncertain to what are they going to have at the grocery store. So if you can buy in bulk, of course, if it's cost effective to do that, do that. But if it's not, what are you doing to make sure that your vegetables last a little longer? Of course, I like to freeze and get as much life out of them as I can if I can keep it around. Of course, this has been a little bit different time for the Yeti family, where I have bought in bulk a little more, and we are able to put aside some food a little easier. But usually I'll go to the store, and of course you have two teenagers, the food doesn't stick around very long. So our son Logan, he is the oldest. He is actually a senior in high school. So it's kind of, I think I'm more sad that he's missing out on the end of his senior year than he is. He's kind of just ready to get started on his next chapter at a local university and getting that chapter started. So, but our daughter Sydney, she's a little younger, but she's a teenager as well, preteen, getting to be, and she misses her friends. So there's a lot of FaceTime going on in the house for her. Of course, this week is spring break, so the kids aren't in school. And for this orange one, because I only have one left, I am going to chop these in, I did half in the slices like this, but I'm going to make the other half, I'm going to chop in the smaller pieces for the freezer. And these I like to pull out and have an omelet every now and then, and I like to have fresh veggies in my omelets. So I will cook up some peppers in there, maybe a little shallot. We do have dried chives, and those are also good in eggs as well. All right, so that's kind of it for the chopping of the veggies. Again, I've got my freezer bag here, and I've got some yellow and orange. Now I have got one more yellow. I'm not going to keep chopping with you guys with me, but I'm going to put half of that orange one in here, and I'm going to take out some red too and do that, because I like the red ones. They're actually better. And then all of these pieces, I'm going to put a little bit in the green container, but the rest in a freezer bag, and those will be good for our stir fries and other things that we may want to use that for. So hope that was helpful. There is another thing I'm going to do tonight, and so if I can get a good angle on that, I will record that, but that's going to be making our elderberry gummies that we need to replenish because we are almost out. So that's it for tonight. Maybe I may come back, but thanks for watching, and leave us some comments below and let us know what you do to help preserve your fresh vegetables and veggies for the long term.